Welcome to my channel, to UB40. Welcome to another math video. And today I'm going to quickly show you guys three other one-step equation problems. And it's the same idea as the previous videos. Notice that this time the variable changes. We have a y, a c, and an r. Not necessarily always you guys going to find an x on the equations. So we can always use any letter out there. So let's take a look at number one. We have 8y equals 48, and the whole idea here is, like I said, we need to isolate the variable. We need to leave the variable alone. We need to solve for the variable. So 8y, when they're next to each other like that, that means that they both are being multiplied. 8 times 1y. There's an invisible 1 in front of the y, but we don't put that 1. So what's the inverse operation of multiplication? That would be division. So what I like to do, I like to rewrite the problem, 8y equals 48. And I like to use different colors. So how do I get rid of the 8? That's next to the y. Well, we're going to divide. Divide by what? By the number that's next to the letter. And in this case, it's 8. And whatever you do to one side, you must do it to the other side. So the other side is going to get divided as well by the 8. See that? So that way, on the left side, the 8 cancel out. That leaves us with y equals 48 divided by 8 gives us 6. And that is our final answer, y equals 6. And if you would plug 6 here instead of the y, well, you will multiply the 6 times the 8. So 8 times 6 gives you 48. So that equation comes out true. Let's look at number 2. Number 2, the variable is on the right side, but it's the same idea. We're solving for, in this case, the letter C. So let me go ahead and rewrite 24 equals 4c. That would be the same thing as writing it this side. 4c equals 24. It's the same thing, guys. So don't stress over that. So we're solving for c, and it looks like the 4 is being multiplied with the c. So we need to get rid of the 4. What's the inverse operation of multiplication? Divide. Divided by the letter. Sorry, divide by the number that's next to the letter, which in this case is 4. So whatever you do to one side, you got to do it to the other side of the equal sign. Put the 4 here as well. That way, the 4's cancel out on your right side, and you're left off with the variable by itself. And on the left side, 24 divided by 4 gives you 6. That is the final answer, my friends. Let's look at number 3. Ooh, number 3 looks difficult, but actually it's not. That bar that divides r in 3 is a division symbol, which in this case is just a line, right? A bar. But we read it as r divided by 3 equals 7. Let me make that equal sign better. Okay. Ooh, so how do I get rid of the letter? Sorry, the number that's with the letter. Well, what's the inverse operation of division? Multiplication. So I would put parentheses here. Okay. That 3 is going to go here above the division line. That way, the 3's can cancel out like this. See that? And that way, the r comes down by itself. But remember that whatever you do to one side, you got to do it to the other side. And on this side, it's up to you if you want to put the parentheses in that 3 like this, or you can just put a dot, which means multiply, which means multiply, right? Because remember, the inverse operation of division is multiplication. Okay, and this is called on the left side. It's called cross canceling. When you in your head you divide mentally. 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 3 divided by 3 is 1. That's why the 3's end up canceling each other, because they're like across from each other, diagonally. Now, on this side, we just multiply. 7 times 3 gives us 21. Okay? There will be an invisible 1 here as well. But an invisible 1 here as well. And you multiply across, but we don't do that. We do that mentally. 7 times 3 would be 21, right? And 1 times 1 is 1, which is the same thing as a whole, right? 21. But we just leave it, we just try to do it like that. And it avoids you steps, multiple steps. All right, so hopefully this video helped you out solving these type of one-step equations.